Hi and welcome to Healthy Life Hacks. I'm Jefferies, the present day wise woman, a realistic naturopath coming to you from the surfing beaches of Australia. This podcast is for those of you who are wanting to really rock your life and health and live from a place of prevention. Let's get into today's episode. We've all heard the saying that abs are made in the kitchen. You know, it's shown on fitness memes, and yet at the same time, when I'm at my Pilates trainer's studio and she's thrashing me with all the work, I still get to remind myself that I do that physical work and that abs are made in the kitchen. So I want to talk about that today, what it's like for anyone who's wanting to lose belly fat, okay? What's sitting behind it? What's it really mean? How can we make use of that knowledge that abs are made in the kitchen, and it doesn't matter how many crunches you're doing, you're not necessarily going to get the result that you think, like a six-pack in a week. So most people, when they're thinking, that's it, my goal is I want to get abs by summer, and it's spring here now and as I record this. And so I'm working with people, helping them with their health, and they don't want abs of steel necessarily. However, they want that belly fat to move. And they imagine that doing endless sit-ups and crunches and planks, do 5-minute planks and all that kind of stuff is going to get them the result that they want. The reality is it's not. You know, we can have the strongest core muscles in the world, which is what your abs are. And if they're buried under a layer of body fat, you still won't see them. So doing all the crunches and not looking at what we're eating is not going to get the result that you want, because we can't out-train poor nutrition. We just can't. We can't out-train stress, and we can't out-train an inconsistent lifestyle. Our abs are built through movement, yes, but they're revealed by what we eat, how we sleep, and how we manage stress. And the real transformation happens when our lifestyle supports our training, not the other way. It's not like do the training and then ta-da, there they are. No, our lifestyle has to support the training that we're doing. Otherwise, you still won't see them. So it doesn't mean that we don't train our abs. Does it mean I can go to Pilates class and just go, no, that's it, not going to do those bloody painful, interesting moves that you make me do? No, because training our core isn't just about chasing a flat stomach. I'm doing it because I know it's such a foundation to everything that happens in my body. Our core muscles support our spine, they protect our organs, they stabilize our movement, and they help us breathe, lift, surf, twist, balance, do everything. Now, if we're training just our abs and focusing on abs and crunches, you're only working the surface muscles. But the true core strength comes from the deeper layers, the ones that keep our posture strong, prevent back pain. I learnt that decades ago, that back pain has always got our core or a weak core involved in it. And they give us the power in every movement. And a strong core for me isn't about how I look. It's about how I can live strong, fit, and healthy, continue to surf into my 90s, and just be strong now and long-term, thinking about it even into my 90s, is that I'm not going to go and take a fall, break a hip or do something like that so many people do as they age, because I've got a strong core stability to keep me centered. So what do we do first? If it's not do crunches all the time, and I've said, yes, we still need to do crunches, but what do we need to do first? The foundation for visible abs is to think about your kitchen as your gym. It is. It's the first gym. And every choice that we make, everything that we eat, when we eat it, how much we eat it, shapes our body far more than an extra hour of crunches ever will. We have to start there. So I bang on about it all the time, but balancing our macronutrients. So good fats, good proteins, good carbs all play an essential role in our body composition. So proteins, good proteins. And you can go back to previous episodes of my podcast and search proteins. You'll be able to find specific information on proteins. I've done a few episodes on it, but protein is the building block for lean muscle. It also helps us to stay full, stabilize our blood sugar, and it boosts our metabolism. So thinking things like eggs and chicken and tofu and fish and lentils and Greek yogurt, plant-based more often than not. And then there's the good carbs. And carbs, I did a whole podcast about how carbs aren't evil. And so the more we use our body, the more carbs we can have. And so choosing slow burning carbs like oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, They're fueling our energy without that spiky crap carb kind of crash that can come. And then having healthy fats close to nature, avocado, nut, olive oil, flax seeds. Flax seeds, I have flaxseed oil every day. I actually have a combination of omega-3, 6s, and 9s every day. I'll make sure that I'm having the good fats because they're supporting our hormones, supporting our brain health, and yes, fat loss. Oh my God, because a well-nourished body burns fat more efficiently than one that's deprived. And I know it's counterintuitive. You think, no, eat less, exercise more, get shredded. No, you end up losing muscle. You end up losing muscle, not stored fat. And so you're still not going to see your abs. Number two is we need to ditch the sugar roller coaster. So refined sugars, highly processed refined sugars spike our insulin, and that drives energy high and then low. We crash, which leads to cravings, which means we stay on that bloody loop where high insulin levels are also blocking fat burning, especially around the belly. Swap out the highly processed snacks for whole food options, whether it's fruit, nut butters. I'm a big fan of boiled eggs. We always have a stash of boiled eggs in the fridge because they keep me full and it's energy to go. Number three is hydration. So this is the one, and I've done enough podcasts on hydration on its own, but we can run water dry, we can run oil dry. I've already talked about oils and the importance of omega-3 is huge, but dehydration slows our metabolism. It makes us feel hungrier and it leads to fluid retention. When we're not having enough water, our body creates extra lymph to try and keep us alive. So that puffy ankles and puffy hands and that's a sign of dehydration. And people go, no, I need to not drink more water. No, that's making it worse. So the simple maths, 33 ml per kilo per day of desired body weight is what we need to be having. And for most people, the average size Aussie woman nowadays is said to be in the low 70 kilos. And so you're really looking, even 70 times 33, 73s are 21, minimum of 2.5 liters a day, just standing still. That's not being in air conditioning or heating. That's not being exercising. That's not doing life. That's just standing still. So a glass an hour of water of each day, set an alarm on your phone every hour it goes off, have a glass of water. That's it. Simple. Easy. Herb tea counts as water. I've done whole podcasts just on water and hydration because what happens is so often hunger is really just thirst in disguise. So you've got to look at hydration. The next one is the hormone connection. So we know that particularly for women, our hormones play a huge role in where and how our body stores fat. So high stress increases cortisol. We know that. I love that people know that nowadays. And it's a hormone that tells our body to hang on to fat, particularly around the waist. So when we pair that with not enough sleep, too much caffeine, too many refined and crappy sugars because you're burning the candle at both ends and your body's tired, it's a perfect recipe for frustration. So supporting our adrenal glands, which are our stress response system. And I've done multiple podcasts on adrenals. Go to my podcast, Healthy Life Hacks, and search the word adrenals and you'll find tons. Or stress. So we want to support them with good food, good rest, and good play. So balanced meals, good sleep, and a regular downtime where we let ourselves enjoy life as well, which is such a strange concept that we forget to do. But it helps to reset our metabolism naturally. So remember, a calm body is a healthier body. All right, let's go to that kitchen. So we know the kitchen is your first gym. Healthy eating is not about perfection. It's about consistency. 80% of the time, our abs are not made from one salad. But Jen, I've had salad 3 days in a row. Good on you. Guess what? Keep going. They're made from all the daily little choices that we make that are aligning with our goals. So for me, I'm in a training regime at the moment because I want to improve my surfing. I want to get more flexible with my pop-ups, all those things. And so I'm eating and training to really grow more strength in my power muscles, in my legs to be able to pop up faster, but still stay flexible. So how do we do it? We need to plan ahead. Prep your meals if you're a food prepper. I'm more cook a healthy meal, create leftovers, and I'll eat the leftovers the next day. That's it. Chop your veggies. Make sure that at least 60, 70% of your veggies and that are lightly steamed, at least cooked, because we don't want that cold, damp energy. That's going to slow your digestion as well. So steamed is better, and always steaming with the lid on so that you retain all the nutrients. So having Having high protein snacks ready. Like I said, I've always got a stash of boiled eggs in the fridge. That's just a done. So I don't have to think about it when I'll open the fridge door. I can look in and think, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's healthy. Got that. Versus, I can have a boiled egg, or I grow cherry tomatoes in my garden. Why? Because cherry tomatoes are bite sized. I can have two or three. I'm happy and off I go. Mandarins, easy. They're a quick, easy to peel kind of fruit. It's a great mandarin season as I record this. So if we have healthy options there, we're less likely to grab something crap that's quick and processed. The next one is to eat mindfully. And I did a podcast really recently just on that, about the importance of slowing down and chewing our food. So when we do that, we can notice that we're satisfied and stop eating, not just stuffing it down, because mindful eating also improves digestion and prevents overeating. And the importance of chewing our food to make sure that we're able to absorb all the nutrients, and that is invaluable. We need to chew our food. So many people, and I have definitely in the past inhaled it when I was busy. Doesn't work, especially if you want to get your digestion working and your body metabolism and all your body systems to be working properly. The next one is to keep it simple. Do the core basics. Do the core basics 80% of the time. Eat close to nature 80% of the time. Move your body in some way every day. Okay, but if you're doing 80% and not getting the results as fast as what you want, go for 90% if you want your abs to show sooner. So that fresh, colorful, mostly from the earth kind of foods, balance out your good proteins, carbs and fats. Still need to do your training, but the training is like the cherry on the top. Strength training particularly, especially compound movements like squats, push-ups and deadlifts. I'm not a fan of them, yet they work. They build lean muscle, which boosts our metabolism long after the workout. And core training keeps our spine strong, top posture tall, but it can't erase a poor diet. Like I said, we can't out-train a poor diet. Okay, so if you really want to find your abs, think of it like this. 1, the gym builds the muscle. Doing your crunches, it builds the muscle. 2, the kitchen reveals it. Eat clean and let them show themselves. Yes, they're there. However, the mind maintains it. And without all three, the picture isn't complete. You're not going to get the result that you're after. If you want abs, it's the gym, the kitchen, and the mind all need to be at play. Yes, they do. When I'm working with people, coaching them, I find that for so many people, chasing abs is the start, and it's kind of like that. I just want to look good, Jen, in the bikini on the beach. However, as their health benefits start to show, it moves from vanity to true health. And I know that a strong core improves everything that we do in our life, day-to-day things, from carrying the groceries, from me surfing waves. It's a part of our lives that we need our core to be turned on and working. So having abs doesn't always mean a visible six-pack. For so many women, visible abs may not even be the healthy goal, depending on hormones and body type. And for me, what matters most as a naturopath and as a woman who still wants to feel and look good, it's about feeling strong, confident, and energized, living close to nature the majority of the time, and you've got more chance of getting that physical body that works for you instead of against you. So what is the BAM, the bare ass minimum approach to abs? Pretty simple. Eat close to nature. Move every day in some way, even if it's a walk, particularly after a meal. Go for a 10-minute walk. Sleep. Balance out that cortisol between 7 and 9 hours sleep a night. And now I have done so many podcasts on sleep. Go and check them out. Manage your stress. We've got to get that cortisol back into balance. Like it actually keeps you alive, because it does. Side story. About 6 or 7 years ago, my dad, who's getting older, forgot to drink water. 4 days they worked out. He hadn't had a drink of water. He'd just forgotten. And he was 85% dehydrated, and he died. He died, and they brought him back to life. Crazy. Water truly keeps us alive. They say 3 days. Dad, yeah, they figure it was probably about 4 days, because he was so dehydrated the doctors could not believe the man was alive. I have no idea how he didn't kill his kidneys. So hydrate like your life depends on it, not just like it's your job, because it really does. And that's it. So the secret, no starvation diets, no punishing workouts, just consistency 80% of the time. Awareness and respect for your body, because abs are like our confidence. They are. Strength, health, everything is built from the inside out. inside out. Just doing the external ab workouts is not going to get you the result you want. So yes, abs are made in the kitchen and they're revealed through balance, not restriction. I want to thank you for being here today. If you enjoyed my podcast, please let me know by leaving a review on Apple Podcast. Every month, I draw one lucky person who leaves a review, have a free 1-hour consultation with me. Be sure to subscribe to the show wherever you're tuning in from so that you always catch the next episode. I welcome your emails and you can write to me at podcast@healthylifehacks.com.au. Until next time, remember, when it comes to life, live it, love it, and get on with it.